Hello, and welcome back to Carol's Classroom. Today we're going to talk about speaking and listening during collaborative conversations. Collaboration is an important and consistent element of open court reading instruction. Communicating clearly and listening actively are important social emotional skills. Open court reading engages students in meaningful discussions about what they've read. This is a wonderful opportunity for them to learn to speak clearly and with confidence about their thoughts and ideas, as well as practicing their listening skills. Besides asking comprehension questions, another way to discuss the selection is using the handing off routine. The responsibility of the discussion is turned over to your students. When introducing the handing off routine for the first time, it may look like this. Okay, class, we've read our selection and now it's time for discussion. In order to hear each other better and be part of a group, we're going to sit in a circle. That way we can see and hear each other. Make sure you bring your student anthology with you. Now that we're all set, we need to talk about a new way to discuss what we've read that makes each one of you a discussion leader. We're going to call this routine handing off. Here's how it's going to work. I will start by asking a question or making a statement about the selection we just read. If you would like to respond, just raise your hand and I'll choose someone. That person will either answer the question or make a statement. Then that person chooses the next person and that person chooses the next person and so on. You may only call on someone if their hand is raised. I must raise my hand just like you. We should have some rules for handing off. What should be one of our rules? Oh yes, one person talks at a time. That is an excellent rule. Listen carefully to the person talking. I like that one too. We need to be listening and ready to answer a question if someone asks one. Also, if you see a person with their hand raised who hasn't been called on, choose them. I think those are going to be great rules. Sometimes we need a little help getting a discussion started. Here's a poster with some discussion starters. If you're not sure about what to say, use one of these. I agree with your point because I understand what you mean, but I think I would like to add. What did the author mean when he wrote? Why did the character? And how does this connect to our theme? Don't forget to use your text to find text evidence. Let's get started. Teachers, you should try to stay out of the discussion as much as possible. However, if students are continually talking about the same thing, raise your hand to steer the conversation in a different way. Remind students that they should choose someone new with their hand up, or say something like, I see we have some new hands. In the beginning, it's a really good idea to hold a debriefing session on how the discussion went. Here's how that might go. Now that we have had our first discussion, let's talk about how it went. What do you think went really well? I agree. Everyone stayed on topic and listened to each other. What could we do a better job of next time? Yes, more students should raise their hands. I think now that we know how handing off discussions work, we'll get better and better. Having a class of good speakers and listeners will produce a positive learning environment. These skills lead to more self-confidence, independent learners, and tolerance for others and their ideas. Thank you for joining me today in Carol's Classroom. Have a great rest of the week.